Here we have our two slip pocket pieces. We're going to place these wrong sides together. If your fabric has a wrong side, if it's a print fabric or a color fabric, you place them right sides together and you sew along the top edge about a 1/8 seam allowance. Okay, now we're gonna add our binding. I should have used a contrasting fabric, but I did not, so I'm just gonna use this anyway. So we're gonna place this in the middle of our binding piece and fold over. Make sure the top and bottom is lined up nicely. And now I'm going to stitch a very thin row stitching here, about less than 1/8 along the bottom, and then a second row along the top. You don't have to do the second row stitching, but let's see what it looks like. Okay, not bad. Okay, so we're gonna find the center of our pocket piece. And we're going to attach it to one of our main lining. So we're going to match up the bottom edges and sides. We're going to sew around the edge to hold the pieces together, and then we're going to sew down the center so we have 2 pockets. So this is our lining pocket, slip pocket in place and complete. So our pocket section is finished. We'll set this aside for now. Let's carry on with our main zipper. Early on we made this zipper tab, and this is on the end of the zipper. That's the closed end of the zipper. This is the opening side where it is the zipper pull is rounded. That is how you open the zip. So to the end, the back end is where we're going to attach this, and we're going to sew close to the end here using about 1/8 seam allowance. So this is our zipper tab in place. We're going to trim it down to match the zip. And there we have it. So for the other side, okay, so mark 1 inch or just under 1 inch down from the top of your zipper on the raw edge, and we're going to pinch at this point and fill it towards the zipper teeth like this. I hope you can see that. Pinch and fold up towards the zipper teeth. Anyways, you get the idea. And then it should look, pinch and fold, and it should look like this. We take it to the sewing machine and we're sewing straight up towards the zipper teeth on both sides to hold it. Use an awl or a seam ripper, something pointy, to assist you in feeding the zipper through. Oh my goodness, I didn't do such a good job. I'm gonna have to do this again. Or you can hand stitch it in place. Okay, I fell out of thread there, but I'm not going to bother with that. If I don't get it this time, I'm just going to have to do it by hand. This will have to do. Again, use black thread or whatever color. Use thread to match the color of your zipper. I'm just tired of changing out threads, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, this is the idea. So take the other lining piece that does not have the pocket and we place it right sides up on our work table. Then we're going to place our zipper. Before we place our zipper, we have to mark 5/8 in from each edge. So we marked 5/8 in from each edge, and we're going to place our zipper facing up between that space. I think my zipper is a bit long, but we're going to work with it. Okay, nice. You can always turn it off to the edge. Just make sure that this is in. Just retain the 5/8 mark. And we're going to sew across to hold the zipper in place. Again, you should, I'm just going to use matching thread. Now we're going to place the section with the front pocket, section. We're going to place it face down, making sure that our zipper poles are on the same side. Match up your edges. Pin and top stitch. Not top stitch, but stitch in place. Make sure your zipper pull is out of the way. And stitch in place. we pull the lining away as we've done previously, and finger press. I'm gonna use a clip to hold this down. You can use your iron and press on this side. So here we are. So now we have the second lining piece that has the slip pockets. We're going to place it right sides up on our table, and then we're going to place this front section of the pocket on top of that, matching up the top, the sides, making sure everything's lined up nicely, and the top row edge, and we're going to sew. Okay, good. Just making sure that everything is lined up on the sides and so on perfectly. Great. Now we're gonna add our final exterior piece. Is going to go right sides down. We're gonna match it up, the edges and so on, and we're going to pin all the layers together. Then we're going to sew across, making sure to move our zipper out of the way when it's in the way. We're going to sew across to hold all the layers together. So make sure this is okay. So I'm going to sew on this side first. Okay, now I'm going to sew over here so that I can have access to the zipper. And this direction, the zipper is over here, so we'll start on this side. to move my zipper. Make sure to back stitch to hold everything in place. Let's see. All right, so everything's all together now. So we have the front pocket section and the back section here. You can press this away. So we're going to top stitch now, close our zipper. We're going to start on this exterior back. We're not going to stitch all the way from the edge. We're going to stitch from the end of the zipper here straight across to the other end of the zipper. So what we're going to do, we're going to start from this side, from the opening here right to the end of the zipper here, come all the way across to the end of the zipper tape and sew across, going over to the vinyl, and then we're going to sew across here straight up to the end and stop here. Make sure to back stitch. We're using a 1/8 seam allowance. Come to the edge here. I think I went over a little bit, so I'm gonna go back one stitch.